Hello, my mathematicians. This is Miss Foster with Math in Focus, 4th grade, Chapter 6, Lesson 9, Line Plots with Fractions. Synthesize. This lesson is about taking line plots, which you already got, and putting them together with fractions that you've just got. And so that kind of application and synthesis just makes your brain think more deeply and makes you stronger in both areas. So it's a quick lesson. Let's take a look. You'll be given a tally chart of data. A science class measures the lengths of beetles in the school garden and records their data in a tally chart. The only change for this lesson, as opposed to our Chapter 5 lessons where we did a lot of line plots, is that now the data seems to be in fractions. So they found some beetles that were 1/8 of an inch long, some that were 2/8, 5/8, 1 inch long. So it looks like they were measuring with inches, and inches are often divided into eighths. You can see them on all the little rulers that you have. Then they show the data in a line plot. They want to look for patterns in the data. Each X represents one beetle. There's the title, length of beetles, and there's the units, inches. And I bet as you look at this, you're like, wait a minute, I could do that. So from the line plot, the class can see that most of the data is either in 1/8 of an inch or 1 inch, and then a whole bunch right in the middle at 5/8. This may mean that the class is measuring 3 or more different kinds of beetles. So what's the difference in length from the shortest and the longest beetle? Well, let's see. The largest is 1 inch, and if I'm doing that in eighths, of course, the eighths version of 1 would be 8/8. And so the largest one is 8/8, and the smallest one over there is 1/8. And the difference is what we do when we subtract. We call the answer to a subtraction problem a difference. And we are dealing with eighths here, and it turns out that 7/8 is the difference. And this is in its simplest form. Let's try one together. Sandra plants some seeds. After 2 months, she records the heights of the plants. So she's measuring the height in feet. The FT means feet. 0 feet, 1/4 of a foot, 1/2 of a foot, 3/4 of a foot, 1 foot, and 1 1/4 foot. So here is the line plot that they suggested we just copy. And as you can see, I've already done 0, 2 plants there, and 1/4 foot, 1. And so now I'm doing 1/2. Ooh, that's 4 of them. Now, this is to remind you as I do this, that when we do line plots, we kind of want to get these X's to be about the same size. And we sort of want to imagine that if I've got 2 X's on this one, it'll be about the same height on all the others that have at least 2 X's. 3/4, 3 of them. So when I'm doing this, I'm going to want to line this first X up with the others, line this first and the second X up with the others across sort of horizontally there, and the third one. There we go. 1 foot plants. We had 2 1-foot plants. So again, I'm trying, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm trying to line it up there. And then 1 1/4 foot plants, we only have 1 of those. And having made that line plot, we are now going to use that line plot to answer some interesting data questions. How many seeds did Sandra plant altogether? Well, I could count my X's to do that. So there's 3, this is 3, that's 6, this is 3, that's 9, this is 3, that's 12, and then there's this last one at 13. So the answer here would be 13. How many seeds did not grow? Well, if the height of the plant is 0 inches, I don't think they grew, so I'm going to put down 2 for that. What is the difference in height between the shortest and tallest plants? Aha! So if these guys didn't even grow, well, that's an interesting question. Is it 1 1/4 or is it 1 foot? I'm going to say 1 foot. You know what, as your teacher, I promise you that on the test, it's not this confusing. I would probably either accept 1 foot or 1 1/4 foot, depending on if you consider plants that have not grown at all to be plants. Bad math and focus. Don't confuse the children like that. Okay, what is the sum? Ooh, that's adding, of the heights of the shortest and tallest plants. I would say that if the shortest one is 0, and this is 1 1/4, then it's definitely 1 1/4. But if we're not counting these guys, then the difference between these two is 1 foot. And this is where you'd want to at least put in the foot abbreviation. It's always FT. Bye-bye for now.